Hello everyone and welcome to Hell Yeah Gaming's Quarantine Journal, day number 8. And, okay, got some updating going on my end of things for you people. Very sad as it is, my wife Aurora's job has laid off a lot more people as of yesterday. She's still safe for the moment, but who knows how long that's going to last. Towards the end of the day, they just got a whole bunch of people together, told them all that they had to let them go, and a lot of tears and crying, and a very sad affair the whole way around. But for the moment, at least, she is safe, and that is good. But this is just getting deeper and deeper, more and more into just bad situations for everybody. But that said, there's nothing else really to update on my end as far as quarantine news goes. So that is pleasant, at least. Just the one bit of news, right? could be a whole lot worse. So, something fun. I got to see the end of Half-Life Alyx. Oh my god. I was physically shaking, it just trembling so much. Oh man. I've said before, I am such a huge Half-Life fan, and I had lost all hope. 12 years had gone by since Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and it was a cruel, cruel meme just to be like, Half-Life 3 confirmed! And then finally in November, we got more Half-Life news, Half-Life Alyx, and like, oh my god. So, spoilers from here forward. If you don't want spoilers for Alyx, then do not go any further in this video. Ready? Let's go. So, yes, the game is an interquel. It is between Half-Life 1 and 2, 5 years before Half-Life 2, before the death of Eli Vance, before the Combine Citadel destruction. And, Alyx going through, first she has to save her father Eli from containment with the Combine. Because he got some secret knowledge they don't want no one knowing about. There's this big honking ship, like, just suspended over the City 17's quarantine zone. Rather unfortunate coincidence that this game launched during this time, and it takes place in a quarantine zone. But, at first, they think that the Combine have a super weapon in there, and as Eli uncovers more information and decodes more classified data from the data breach he committed, find more as you go forward. Well, it's not actually a super weapon; it's a prison. Well, who's in this prison? And then Alyx overhears some female scientist. Some people think that it's Judith Mossman, but it's not. One of the head writers went on record saying she's someone completely new, and they, quote, have plans for her. Overhear her talking about how, just talking to a Combine advisor about how they need to move this thing. They need to move it. Because Alyx is on a warpath and nothing's stopping her from getting there. If she gets there, this person will go free again. And she says, like, he survived Black Mesa, caused all kinds of hell, and then just vanished off the face of the earth. Which causes everyone to think that it's Gordon Freeman. And I didn't think so myself, because the G-Man had Gordon in suspended animation, so why would the Combine have him in a prison? That didn't make sense. So I thought it would be something else. Someone else. Little Arrow humor there for you. Anyway, That's what I was figuring. Then you get, actually, you take things down. You find out that the thing is being charged by Vortigaunts, which, for anyone who's unaware of, the Vortigaunts are an alien species that are a hive mind. They're connected to what they call the Vortessence, which is basically an energy field, or a void kind of thing. They're able to, by connecting to one another in their hive mind, they can act on a higher plane of existence and astral project and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But they can also fire energy from their hands by connecting to the Vortessence. And they are as a collective, the Vortigaunt as a collective are the only thing that we've seen able to contain the G-Man at this point. So their Vortigaunt are being used to power this dang thing, which tipped my brain off. You get in there, and suddenly everything's just freaking crazy. Like, time and space have no meaning anymore. Inside this prison, the vault is just, it's like an apartment building was just grabbed out of the ground, which it was. They actually reveal they just grabbed the whole freaking like city block. But it's like, so it's like an apartment complex as an MC Escher painting where space is warped and time is bendable. Nothing needs to make sense in here. You're going through it, and you lose all your weapons. Alex just has the gravity gloves left over, and they get supercharged. You can grab these energy nodes of Vortessence energy out of the walls, and freaking Sith lightning, bzzzt, 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 killing Combine soldiers. It's freaking awesome. Then, just before she gets in there, Eli contacts her, like, don't go in there. Don't go in. So he clearly learned something else. You go in there, of course. Then you lose all communication. You get into the deepest parts, and you can't quite make out what's in the actual containment unit. But as the light just flickers and you see a silhouette, you can tell that is not Gordon Freeman. She opens it, and there is the G-Man standing in there, just nonchalant, standing in front of a window of a building that he was, like, just a little corner of a room that he was taken from. He just grabs his briefcase, and suddenly everything goes all white as he does his space manipulation, freaking humanoid abomination. Alex is like, Gordon Freeman? And of course, in his signature, not quite human speech patterns, Gordon Freeman? You would not need all of this to contain Gordon Freeman. And from there, it just goes completely off the rails. As Alex, he shows Alex a vision of the future of Eli dying at the very end of episode 2, where we had left off on the cliffhanger for 12 and a half years. And he lets her know that occasionally his employers allow him to nudge things in a certain direction. And before he shows her that vision, he's like, what would you like nudged? Like, the Combine off Earth. I want the Combine off of Earth. That would be a particularly large nudge, considering the how did he put it? The interests of my employers. I'm afraid I cannot do that. But how about I show you So I give you something you didn't know you wanted. And thus we get the vision of Eli dying. It's from the Combine advisor holding him up and sucking his brain out the back of his skull. And Alex in the future, 5 years later, holding his body in her arms, sobbing. This is your opportunity to take matters into your own hands. And you get the chance to kill that goddamn advisor before it sucks out his brain, before it kills him. As a consequence of your actions, this entity will continue living. And this entity will not. And then the pin drops, and the G-Man makes it clear that this was not free, and that Gordon Freeman has not been willing or able to continue operating under the G-Man's employment, so he's taking you. He says he's taking Alex, and he spirits her away, puts her in stasis, away from time, just like he did with Gordon at the end of the first Half-Life. And we get that cold case file ending that we're so used to seeing. Subject Alex Vance, status hired. Credits roll, credits fade. And then, beep, beep, beep. Critical injury detected. The FEV suit, Gordon's FEV suit. We hear it. We hear Eli Vance in a rage. Gordon, wake up! He took her! The son of a bitch took her! You wake up, and in VR form, you're Gordon at the end of episode 2. The advisor is dead on the floor. Eli is begging you to get up, saying, Alex is gone. The goddamn G-Man and his goddamn time and space bullcrap used the end of episode 2 that we've seen to trick Alex into joining his employment, and he takes her at that moment. So the way that it frickin' all works out, very mind-bendy, very trippy. Everything progresses as we normally expect it. Then I imagine, I have a lot of theories, a lot of discussion to make on this, but I'm so freaking, everything was just crazy and made me so happy. But Eli swears they have to get her back and hands you the crowbar. And if that isn't the best goddamn real life Half-Life 3 confirmed you could have given, I don't know what is. And I am excited to see where this goes. So that I've been going on for a while on this, and I know this is all just like a big summary, but I hope that my giddiness and my joy bled out for you, because I am so happy. And also, we got a ton of Mario news yesterday about how Nintendo's making a bunch of high-definition remakes of 3D Mario games that they're going to go out with 64, Sunshine, and some others. And a part of this news apparently is also a new Paper Mario in the works, and that's all great. I really hope that really pans out and this isn't just a rumor. A few places reported on this, so hoping it all works out. So, weird ending, I know. So, with all that in mind, I think that's more than enough to give us a great big hell yeah!